Let's go. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. Huh? Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. The hype is real. The hype is real. Anybody notice? Usually I would not be so excited about a simple haircut. But haircut is we're live, baby. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Party hardy, we're going to talk about that too, and just stay tuned for a new video dropping tomorrow, which is a unique, a more rare and special situation now. But yes, let's go. Haircut looks great, thank you. I care much less about how good it looks, and just am more so excited that it happened. And if the haircut happened, people, if the haircut happened, then you know what that means. You know what that means. Now, 0.9 is not live out, PDF sent out. No, that's not what this means. I love you for hoping that is the case of how that works. But how things work behind the scenes is there's a lot that has to happen once this is done, and then turning it from this Notion document over to PDF layout, all that kind of stuff, right? So there's lots to do, but that's awesome. That's freaking ridiculous. I'm gonna even make a note right now. Sky subclass art. There's gonna be some more art coming out for those things as well. So super excited about this, and a little bit of something here. What's that down there? Wait, why would there be two subclass and then a paragon and then two sub and a, does that mean, what is it? What next month? Wait a second. Did we? Oh, a couple of announcements, people. We have some announcements. One, 0.9 is logistically done, but now, or I guess, sorry, mechanically done, but logistically is now being sent over to Mark, and he's doing the layout. So we are, it's for sure going to be during February. Absolutely during February. I don't know when. I will keep letting you guys know, but this is now the part where I know the least, because I don't do layout. I don't know how. Trust me, you don't want me to be doing layout. Yeah. So, and y'all are also seeing a little extra sneak peek at the bottom here of 0.11 is where I'm planning to put the rest of the subclasses in the game, the rest of the missing subclasses. Every single class gets 3 subclasses. So in 0.9 you'll get 2 each and 2 paragons, so technically 4 subclasses, technically. But the third subclass is going to be released probably in 0.11 as well. Oh my God, Joe M, not sure if I can stay. Just saying hi. What's up, Joe M? I think I also missed out on some super chats already. Gok, what's up, Gok? Want to say hi and good night. Can never catch these live because of the time zone, but love your work and wish you a prosperous and happy future. Oh, let's go. What great wishes from Gok. He's got a little Mario symbol too, so just the most optimistic positivity. I love it. Thank you. And Dougster Morales, thank you for the super chat. Hiya. I love that emoji. Jeff Bangle, congrats on completing your no haircut till 0.9 challenge. For your next challenge, how about shaved head until 0.10? Wow, like the opposite? I have to stay bald until... That's wild, Jeff. That's wild, Jeff. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more hair-related challenges. That was terrible. But we did it. We did it, y'all. Let's go. And then... Jeff Chambers gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Jeff Chambers. I have so many announcements to get to, but I want to get caught up here. And that was that. Yeah, that was the last one. Jeff Chambers, thank you for the gifted memberships. Sharing the love, people. We're sharing the love here. Okay, now back to live chat. Okay, so a couple of things to talk about. Subclasses are super exciting. All this stuff super exciting. But here's how. Oh my gosh, Onyx Studios with a $50 super chat. Just donating to the stream again. Love all the 0.9 subclasses. Thank you, Onyx Studios. Everyone who has seen these, literally, I was talking to Bailey Wiki over at Foundry, and they have access. The Foundry people are already, Foundry's blowing me away as far as VTTs go. Foundry is already integrating these subclasses these subclasses into Foundry right now. Like they've already been doing it. And he looked over him. He's like, I'm honestly, dude, these subclasses are sick. Like Bailey's like putting them in there and they're like doing the work to put it into Foundry. He's like, these are awesome. So we're going to stop and just play this real quick. So super cool to see people excited and seeing the feedback and stuff. So let's go. That's super exciting. Now, this whole Scion thing down here, the Psi-Knight, the Oracle, and a Paragon subclass. Here's what's coming. Here's what's coming. So not, actually, I should make a note. Scion art times 2. So this month's DC. Oh, actually, I have a picture of it right here. This month's DC20 magazine, volume 8. You can see right here, volume 8 is DC12. Yes, those are my 2 kids right there, Talon and Carter. They're little characters. You got a little green healing nature magic and some blue lightning crackling speed energy with their 2 favorite little Pokemon familiar, Charizard and Slowpoke, if you can't notice. But that is what the magazine was. DC20 magazine is supplemental content that we released. This one's a bit of a different slant. It's DC12, so technically it's not DC20, but what it is it's absolutely an amazing tool to introduce adults that have never played tabletop roleplay games or kids who are not ready for that level of crunch yet. Absolutely great. It's a D12. Success by 5s. You get the idea. It's super simple, super fun. And I release a video tomorrow showcasing the system, and I have some video of me playing the game with my kids, and I'm playing it live, and there's like a whole chunk of a breakdown, commentary, video, everything of that. So that'll be super fun video that I'm excited to do. It's my first time my kids have shown up in a YouTube video like that, so that'll be weird, but cool, and let's see what they think about it. But yeah, there's that. But I say all of this to say that means next month, so March, which is purposely planned to be the month after DC20 0.9 releases. So 0.9 will release during February. The very next month in March will be a Scion. Ooh, the Scion update. The Scion class is getting updated and given the 0.9 treatment. It's getting some balance changes. Its stamina feature has been reworked. Some of its other features have been streamlined and polished off. Boom, Scion is being updated, along with being added. So the new PDF will be 2 new subclasses for the Scion and 2 new Paragon subclasses for the Scion. Boom, huge. And on that month, I am also going to be giving away the Scion PDF to anyone who's a patron during that month as well with the update. And don't worry, if you already had the Scion update from before, you'll also be shipped that if you bought it off the website, so it'll be updated. But everybody's going to get the updated Scion alongside it, so the Scion does not get left in the dust. So that's huge. And that's super cool. So, and then Hayes with a super chat, sending my adoration and support for all the work you've done. Oh my gosh. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Hayes. Let's go. Hayes, huge supporter of everything we do here. And oh my gosh, 360 something people here. I'm also going to be showcasing the new character sheet for DC20. We're going to be getting into that here in just a second. I want to get caught up with the super chats. Yes, we're going to showcase the new character sheet for 0.9. Yes, there's a new character sheet. It is official. I don't know. I didn't know if it was going to get done because there's a lot of stuff going on with Silk Spider, who's the one that's been the art guy that's doing it. He does amazing work with it, but he's been slammed with a lot of work stuff, and he does this on the side as a free time. So shout out to him for sure. T-Dog, let's go. T-Dog, what's up, dude? Gotta try this out with my kids. 3 and 5, they made it a lot easier. Let's go. 3 and 5. My kids are 2 and 4, so they'll absolutely get it. Let's go. All you gotta know is how to count to 12. That's it. That's pretty much it. Let's go. And then 0.9 came out a little late. I missed 0.9. Wait. Did I miss the 0.9 release? Is not yet. It's done. Mechanically it's done, but it's in layout, and it's got to be turned into a PDF, and then it will be shipped out, and that will be a huge announcement. So stay tuned for that. So heck yeah. Now, here is what y'all have been waiting for. The character sheet. So if y'all don't remember, let's shift it over here real quick, right? Wait, hold on. Let me move this down. I don't want to be showing stuff I shouldn't be showing. Okay, I can show this, right? Yeah, I can show this. Okay, so here we go. Oh, this is a little... There's so many sneak peeks happening. This is the what I'm going to be working on in tomorrow. Every Wednesday, the day after the live streams, I do a patron only live stream. And tomorrow in the patron only live stream, for the first time, now that 0.9 is done, we're going to be doing spells. And we are going to be diving into DC20 0.10 spells. I'm going to show how we're laying them out, how we're organizing them. We're going to do it live. It's good. I started doing this today. I was like, no. I'm going to wait and do it with the patrons. And I did some other things I needed to do and slated that for this. So super excited for that too. But here we go. Novanen, let's go. Thank you for the super chat. I'm curious, will you be doing a gunslinger or gun mage type class? I really could do a video on this question that I get and the warlock question that I get in relation to clerics. But great question, great concern. I do not think that a gunslinger or gun mage type situation is needed as a class. I do not think there's design space for it. I do not think it is. This might sound bad, or it's not worthy enough to be a class. That fantasy of a gunslinger and gun mage can already be accomplished in DC20. And all we have to do is add guns, and you can slap that onto any class structure, and there's going to be talents, and then you're good, right? And Paragon subclass is honestly a great example of that, as far as a gunslinger. Also, there could be even just a general talent that you can pick up at level 2 of gunslinger. So I think you would be able to literally choose a champion or a hunter or a rogue or almost any martial class besides like a monk or something, or a barbarian. Choose any of those martials and then pick gunslinger. You can pick spellblade and do a gun mate. You know what I'm saying? I think you're super set already as far as that's concerned. But there we go. Now, here is the original character sheet. Here's the original character sheet. Okay, this is tried and true. You know it, you love it. There you go. Right, and here's, you know what you're looking at. We got all these big old blocks up here. We got the combat section of the stat block with these action point things. We got this up here. We got the movement speed, and we have resources. Inventory, not enough space for inventory. We all know that. Features, probably not enough space for all the features, especially if you talk about spells. You know, we all know that. Currency section, and you have all this. Okay, cool. Now, this one's actually out of date too, because this is 0.6 character sheet. Hold up. Wow. That is the 0.6 character sheet. So I need current versions. There we go. Current versions. There we go. Okay, now, huzzah. That's funny. Pretty much the same situation though, as you see. The top part looks much better, but essentially it's the same setup. So now, OG 0.6. That's weird. You should see the 0.4. You know what? Should I show that right now? I'll just leave it on here. Let's go back to the past versions. 0.4. No, there's one before that. Pre-release sheets. Where's the pre-release sheet? There it is. Look at that. This is what I played with at conventions back when it was called DC20 RPG. Back in the freaking day. Look at all these little boxes. Microsoft Paint still looking stuff. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. The true OG. The original. Gosh. We have fortitude and grit as saves, and the fortitude was actually another attribute, which was the average of your might and agility. This used to be an attribute that was derived from two different attributes being added together and divided by 2. Yeah, wow. Okay, anyway. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the current version. Okay, so anyway, a couple of things we wanted to change, and I think you're going to love the changes. And we have some voting to do. Because there is a branch of options, and I want to show you guys, and we have some voting to do. And then we're going to get into a Q&A with whatever time we have left. So save your questions. Here we go. All right, so some things we wanted to fix here is, first of all, this whole section on the left, this all looks great. This whole section over here all looks great. Trades look fine. This is fine. Currency should be a part of inventory. So we're gonna move that. We're gonna move that. Get rid of that, and that's gonna be handled separately. So we'll talk about that in a second. Features. We need more room for features. Resources. A problem I realized from playing as a player myself and some feedback. Resources are here and they're also here. Inefficient. I'm sorry, that's inefficient. This, stamina points, mana points, these are resources. Health, defense, not resources. So we have resources here, very important, big resources. And then we have resources over here. Not ideal. We're going to fix that. Also, exhaustion and death threshold, it's too high up and too important. I want to move it a little bit further down, so you're going to see it's going to be moved down. Action points, no one uses these. I would be shocked if anyone ever actually uses these in any sort of beneficial way. And after months of playtesting, no, that's not it. So yes, I will say health is a resource. Yes, but you do not spend health unless you're a warlock in those types of ways. So health, very much so, I see fitting next to defenses, right? But they don't think of, very nice Brillo box. They don't think of it as a resource, right? It's not a spender ability unless you're a warlock, right? Obviously, okay, cool. But yeah, so health, I think, absolutely deserves its own spot in the main action thing, right? Use dice to track action points. Use tokens. Use action trackers. Use the here we go. Hey, check it out. The the magnets. The new action trackers that are still being worked on in prototypes that are finishing up here. But anyway, so, and Liam, yes, that is one thing that we have been talking about, having bloodied and well-bloodied thresholds as well as the heavy and brutal type situation. So anyway, this is the old one, and now out with the old and in with this is a terrible drum roll. The new one. Oh, I should have done this. Boom. All right. So this is the new one. As you can tell, this is all the same. The left side's the same, but miscellaneous is now in the bottom left corner. You can put whatever you want here, and I'm going to be interested to see what people do put here, and maybe we turn it into something official. Features is now a big, huge section for features. We're going to get into this more in a second. Exhaustion and death slave, move down here. Awesome. Movement speed, jump distance, same exact spot. Look at the resources, though. Look at the resources. Stamina and mana points are not in the same vein as this. Visually, these 5 things were very similar when they're not similar in practice. This represents your body, mind, health, all that kind of stuff, all right here. Defenses right there, right? And then resources, right? Super clean, super clean. The action points tracker has been removed, which makes a lot more space for things, and we still have everything else the same right here. So, boom. I think it's just a straight up upgrade. I think it's a straight up win. As far as how things are organized, I think your stamina points are right there, and you have your spot on the side. You have the cap. This is the cap of how many you have. You have how many you currently have. This is the cap of how much you have. So I mean, yeah, and you have more spots for resources. Right, before you only had 3. So if you start to have like, oh, I get this ability and I can use it once per this or that, or have this ability that, you know what I'm saying? Clean just like the haircut. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you, Chad. Now, speaking of golden stuff, we added a second page. Here's the second page of the character sheet. Oh, finally, let's go. We have stored items. We have carried items. We have supplies. We have attunement slots. And we have equipment with all the equipment slots in the game. Head, neck, mantle, which is like shoulders or cape or whatever. Body, which is like the whole thing of armor situation. Waist, hands, right ring, left ring, and feet. Boom. Boots and stuff, right? There you go. Super cool. Super cool. Now, feedback, what Hayes is talking about, right? If you have any feedback on this, Don't send it in the chat right now. I am in no place. Even if you said the most amazing feedback that oh my God, that's amazing. Don't put it here. Put it in Discord. Yeah, that's the place to put it. It will slip through the cracks here in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And even if I see it and talk about it, it's going to, unless I stop, you know what I'm saying? So hydration check. Thank you, Fred. Oh my God. Whew. I needed that. Shout out to Fred. Okay. So yeah, that's huge. Huge right here. Huge stuff. Okay. That's going to help a lot. This is going to get further expanded on when it comes to spells, but I think overall we're just in a great spot. You could even use this as a spell sheet, right? You could even put your spells up here. You could put your spells here. You just have more space, right? It needed 2 pages. It was always going to have 2 pages. There you go. Just now seeing the haircut. Looking good, boyo. Doctor, what you looked like without the hair. Oh. Yeah, it was getting rough, dude. It was getting so rough. I was like, I could like literally, it was crazy. So I hated it. There we go. Now, here is the question. I need a vote. I want to make sure that I can make this as big as possible. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, we're gonna zoom in on it. Okay, so we have some options here, people. We have some options. So we have 2 different. Is it? Yeah. All right. We have 2 different character sheets to talk about here, right? How much did I zoom in on this? 129. All right. So we have some options here. I want you to look at this features section. You see the features right here, and then you just see the features right here. Which features section do you like better? One has lines, one does not have lines. Now, think about it. I'm going to do a poll. But think about it. I am not going to say my opinion right now. I will after. But which one do you like better? Straight flat lines all the way across. You could draw in your own vertical line if you wanted to, or you could keep it straight across. Right? Or a grid. Right? So it's literally the same horizontal lines, but it's vertical dotted lines to separate and organize further. Right? So now, for the people, I see a few people saying like, oh, the grid lines are too many, grid lines are too small. I'm going to do a poll right now. If you like the grid lines at all, you should vote grid lines. So the options of this poll are, actually, you know what? I'll make 3 options. It'll be no vertical lines, which is this one. Yes, vertical lines. Or yes, vertical lines, but not as many. Is spaced out the grid more? Yeah. I see some people saying that they don't want as many vertical lines, right? So we do like half as many. So we take out this one, we take out this one, we take out every other one basically, and they'd just be a bit wider, right? So, yeah, I'm very interested to see what you guys say, and I'm not going to say what I think. What kind of lines in the features table? Question mark. No vertical lines at all. Yes, vertical lines, how they are now. Or we add an option, how they are now. Or yes, vertical lines, but not as many. All right, start the poll. So there is no vertical lines, and there is vertical lines. No vertical lines? Vertical lines. Wheeler, what's up, Wheeler, baby? With the random $37.03 super chat. Congrats on finishing the subclasses. Must feel good. Oh, dude. So good. You must be proud. Now finish the damn spells. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Wheeler, you'll be seeing it. I'll send you the link. Message me if I don't. If you don't have it, send me I will send you personally the Patreon live stream where we talk about spells and organize. We're on it. We're on it, baby. Let's go. Okay. Let's see. No vertical lines at all. No vertical lines at all. It's 50%. Yes, but not as many. Interesting. I see it. All right. So my thoughts. Nora makes sounds. I just emailed Demi Plane yesterday, and they have 0.9 now. They have 0.9. They've had it for a week. And they are working on both ingesting 0.9, and I need to send them the PDF once the PDF's done. But they're getting back to me on this actual status update on where 0.8 is, but they are already ingesting 0.8, and they've shown me pictures. They're over halfway through, so super cool. Yeah, I think none versus 2 columns. Dot grid is a good idea. A dot grid. It is a dot grid. Players can draw their own lines if they want. They can remove them. Yeah. So my thoughts on this is I like this one. I think this one is just the instant. This is what it should be. If you want to have a lines, you can draw a line down. You know what I'm saying? So like, I personally would not. I would just write it out. And sometimes I would want to have the feature go all the way out here. And if I can just draw a line down or stop it here. And you know what I'm saying? So I think then this is why I showed y'all this one first. I think this is the way it's going to go for this one. And then if people want to draw vertical lines, they can. And if we release it and there's a bunch of feedback about we want vertical lines, then we'll freaking we'll play around with it. You know what I'm saying? So I think with that, with half people wanting none, it's very easy for the people that want less to draw 1, 2, and then be done. Right? There we go. I want to doodle. Let's go. So now there's another vote. So there's this one, right? But then there's some more versions here. Okay. Where did it go? Here. Do we want this? Do we want features and passives? Do we want the features section to be separated? Now, this what you're seeing right here has vertical lines. What you're seeing right here has vertical lines, right? Oh my gosh. Right now we're 50% yeses and nos. We're going to do another vote. Okay. But right now, the only hard part that I want you to imagine it's just only no vertical lines. Imagine no vertical. I don't have a version. Oh, haha, I do. There we go. So it's literally this or this. This or this, right? It is as simple as that. It is, do we put this little folder tab here for passives or not? That's the question. Think about it for a second. We're at 470 people? That's a lot. Is that a record? I don't even remember what we were at. Have we ever been at 500? That's ridiculous. All right. Maybe I need to talk about character sheets more. All right. So, wait. I missed them. Okay, I got you. Nora makes sounds. Juan Guerrero, spank late fee just got free. I vote no lines. Ooh, you did an extra vote there. No lines. All right. Hey, look, Juan, you won. What? Okay. My wife texted me. I was making sure I didn't miss nothing. Half drank OJ. What about one dotted line down the middle? Allows for more flexibility and organized without being too distracting, intrusive. Either way looks good. Yeah, half drank OJ. I think that would be a great compromise. And I could see us going and moving in that direction if we get that type of feedback once we release the no line. You know, because the difference between no line and one line is literally like half a second of somebody going, you know, with a pencil. So yeah. And then Liam DePilla, I think we'd be better off informed on the vote if we get to see what it looks like to type words on both. Oh, interesting. I never thought about a form fillable. That's interesting. But either way, I mean, this is all, we have plenty of time to dial in the character sheet, especially as we change it and stuff. And then, whoa, wait a second. What just happened? Wait a second. Okay, wait. Steele Manning, I've been advocating an autodidact subclass. What? A self-teaching subclass for one of the classes in 5e, but it seems like DC20 has that concept built in already. Let's go. See, what's so funny, Steele, is I have received many comments like that about somebody wanting to do a certain class or subclass that's not in 5e, but then like DC20 just naturally just has that. And you can already do it just with the classes and multi-class talents or Paragon talent. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you, Steele. Dustbreaker. It'll be fun to import to Tabletop Simulator. Oh yeah. The whole Tabletop Simulator. That's going to be wild. Whoever does that. I don't even know how that would go. And then Brandon, Bardic Aggravation. Brandon from Bardic Aggravation gifted $50 Dungeon Coach memberships. My God. The chat is just green. It is flooded with green people now. Oh my, Brandon, thank you, dude. Oh my gosh. Gosh, man, Bardic Aggravation. Oh man, we gotta play together or something. Like, you guys are so crazy. How much y'all have supported this whole thing. Every single week, I feel like multiple of y'all are in here freaking killing it, dudes. I appreciate that. We gotta find a window and do a little one shot together or something. That's ridiculous, dude. Thank you, Brandon. Oh my God. Paul Underhill with a super chat. Will there be an option to print off a colorless option of the character sheet as opposed to just black and white? A splash of color would be nice. Oh yeah. I mean, once we dial in the character sheet, there will be fancier options for sure that look like really nice and have like purple and red and this or that or whatever type of. Yeah. That's absolutely going to happen, Paul, for sure. Right now we're still renovating it, and there's even more renovations to come. Robert Cupcake. Robert Cupcake. I love that last name. Mystical Seeker with a first time super chat. Thank you, dude. Dot grid format instead of lines. Dot grid. Oh, that's interesting. I'll make a note to send to Silk Spider about just dots, like straight up dots. That's interesting. I know what you're talking about visually. My math teacher brain, it's lit up right there. Hi, Xavier, thank you. Absolutely bone dry. Thank you for that hydration check, Xavier. And the 8 people who thumbs up that super chat. Oh, Iron Bird says DC12 with my kiddos soon. Woo! That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Party Hardy. End of campaign fee. Finished my first DC20 campaign. Oh, wait. Iron Bird. There's a video that goes live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's of me playing with my kid. And like, you'll get a good taste of what a 2 and 4-year-old looks like. So that'll be cool. And then Party Hardy, end of campaign fee. Oh, finished my first DC20 campaign. Dude, you might be one of the first in the world to do that. Started with the Hunted one shot and ended last week with a False Hydra. Oh my God, that's so freaking cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. You're one of the first in the world to do that, dude. That's just so awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. Thanks, man. I have Insomnia. The extra organization is great for the fillable PDF. Oh, you mean with more lines? Interesting. Hey, I have Insomnia. That's your 20th super chat. Huh? DC20. Hell, let's go. This is good to get the feedback from this whole thing on this character sheet. I'm about to do the vote. I'm about to do the vote for the next part here too. Paul Underhill. Will there be an option to print off? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, we good. We're caught up. I want to make sure I'm caught up. And then, oh my gosh, Agile Monk. Oh, I just talked to you today. Love and blessings to the DC20 community. Let's go. I feel the love, Agile Monk. I feel the love. War Daddy. After the love, we have some war. War Daddy. How about one singular tab that says features and passives, no lines? Oh, I mean, so I'm less worried about, like, if it says features or features and passives, that's ultimately irrelevant. It would take up no space. No, it would take up 0 real estate to say passives right here. You know what I'm saying? But now the question is on this next poll, does it say features? Does it say passives? Right? That's the question, is what we're going to be polling right now. I'm going to add a third option because I saw some of the chat say this. I'm going to add a third option. Yours are 2 and 4 as well. Oh my God, Ironbird, we're synced up, bro. I'm going to add a third option of having less room for passives, like not quite as many lines, right? So the reason why I will say this, I don't want to bias people, but I want to say why this is the case. The reason why I asked to add this and just see what it looked like is what I found myself. When I find myself playing, I like to know what things I have that are just flat out, like I just have them. They just always happen. I have advantage on mental saves, blah, 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 blah. I have resistance to psychic damage. I have, you know what I'm saying? So what I would personally do is I would put defensives and I would write down defensives here. And I would put utility, and I'd write down utility here. And I'd put role play and I'd write down role play. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I could like organize them myself and draw my own vertical lines because I might want 3 for this character, but I might want 2 for another one. Who knows, right? So I like to have passives just so that these things are just always things that I have. And in that case, honestly, there's a lot of passives. So I don't even think I would want this to be too much smaller. because I think that a lot of times there are passives that you want to keep track of. And features are like activatable things, you know? So how that would look is I could say rage, and I would write out what rage does, and then I would write the word rage here. Well, actually, that wouldn't really. I wouldn't put rage here. That's true. I wouldn't put rage here because it's not like D&D. You just you just activate it with action points and stamina. So I would just have rage, and there I would list off what rage does. Simple as that. I could list off things and features I have that I can spend resources on, right? So there's that. Will I get to see dark vision nerfs in a 0.10 update? Dark vision will be 0.10. Yes, absolutely. They pour light, which I love that you asked a question about dark vision because light's in your name. But all the dark vision stuff is going to be in 0.10, 100%. And the updates and all the stuff like we've talked about before. What if passives are near your equipped items? I don't want to put passives on a different sheet. I really feel like your character's abilities of who your character is should be on that first page. So I don't really want to mess around with moving that yet. Could you put out a fillable bubble off to the side for marking whatever you want? Could you put a fillable bubble off to the side for marking whatever you want, such as passives? I don't know what that would look like. I'm thinking, I don't know what that would look like. A fillable bubble. So there'd be like a bubble here and I could mark it. I almost feel like people could just like draw that in and like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that means, Sir Nylock. Thank you for the super chat, but I'd have to see. That's a hard one because I really have to see it. A lot of times when I've been working with Silk Spider, I'm like, hey, I need to see it. I know you might say you don't like it, but I need to see it so I can be like, oh yeah, that's bad, you know? Less passives would make sense. Love DC20 Path of Most Resistance. $20 super chat. Thank you, dude. Less passives would make more sense. Love DC20. I deeply appreciate how transparent and active you are with all the previous campaigns. I supported and had no communication. There are no words. Thank you, Path of Most Resistance. I literally live stream every single week. I'm showing you all the progress. I develop it live to patrons so they can literally see it happen. I make monthly posts on Kickstarter to show exactly where it's at. I make update videos that I link to that. I post on Discord. I do a lot of stuff showing here on the live streams. So I appreciate that, dude. I want to be, I was absolutely, and still am sometimes thinking about it, blown away by how much support I got for DC20 and this whole thing and what we're able to do now. So yeah, that's I think about it all the time. So I just want to keep showing y'all as much as I possibly can, as making the best game we possibly can. And without that support, we would not be able, we'd be like crushing under the gun and rushing through this and trying to hit deadlines. And that's why certain games that we all know and love, not just D&D, but certain games aren't as good as they could be and have these problems and errors and big, like huge glaring things that are just broken because they have, of course, you had 5 months to crank it out. Our DC20 would suck if we only had 5 months to crank, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but yeah, so here we go. That is now the vote. Here comes the vote. Where are we at? And then we also have, and Liam with another super chat. Bracket it to ancestry traits and class features. Bracket it ancestry. Oh, ancestry traits and class features. Goodness. So even more. Well, see now, some ancestry traits would be features and some would be passives. You know what I'm saying? So I guess features and traits, I guess technically, features and traits would be like what we would call it because those technically have both as well. Because there's class features, subclass features, ancestry traits. So technically this should say features and traits. So you are correct there. Freaking as usual, Liam. I got you, Liam. I see you. And then Admiral Rum super chats and says Fireball. We're talking about spells too much. Admiral Rum just cast Fireball on all of us. Oh man, Fireball is going to work much differently in DC20. It's not going to be broken. So, Murgalam. I got Cyan 0.8 with a previous Patreon. Do I have to be subscribed next month to get 0.9? Keep up the work and I'll play DC12 with my family. Murgalam, if that happened to you and if you were a patron before, you can message me on Patreon, even if you're not currently a patron, and I can get it to you in that way as well. The one thing that I dislike about Patreon is I cannot do the thing you're asking. If you buy any PDF of mine on my website, and I update it 3 years later, I can send it to you for free. It's amazing, right? But When on Patreon, as soon as they just can't do that, they don't have that functionality, which I think they should. But, oh well, I don't want to go off on a tangent there, but I'll make sure you're getting taken care of. Mr. Murgalam, I'm butchering your name. Vapora Light, spell wish list. Verbal, somatic, material components should be meaningful. I see you. That is on the docket. Spell focus like staffs or wands should be more meaningful. How they handle magic. I see you. That's on the docket. And light cantrips shouldn't exist. I don't know where you're going there with the light cantrips shouldn't exist. That's interesting. Vapora Light. That probably has to do with the more dark vision stuff. So we'll see what happens there. But that's the only one that we might not be synced up on. But we'll see what we're talking about whenever that time comes. And then Liam, what will be in 9.5? Oh, all right. I see you, Liam. We'll talk about that. So 9.5 is going to be a quality of life improvement of things I want to fix and tune in the game before we make spells. The spell update is going to be huge, and there's going to be some time to make all those spells. Before we do that, we're re-looking and revisiting things like armor. So y'all remember the weapons update? The weapons update was freaking huge, guys. Changed weapons scaling, all the damage weapons dropped. We damage some weapons used to be 3 or 4 damage. We cut that down to 2 damage and tuned martial weapons to and they had the custom weapon system and all this cool stuff, and it was way more balanced than the weapon properties, weapon system. Armor system is the biggest focus of 0.9.5. And it's .5 because it's purposely not. Technically, it should be 0.9.1 because we're modifying .9, but we're doing .5 because we're not doing a bunch of these. It's just, okay, cool and awesome. We just had a little mini patch and then get ready for 0.10, right? So there's that. And then D&D Geek, remember for 30 months, I think you've been a member since I got membership available on the channel. 30 months is almost 3 years. I don't know how long ago I activated memberships, but D&D Geek has been freaking, that's an OG right there. Damn, D&D Geek, let's go. Off topic. Have you considered a mechanic that gives players? Hold up. Okay, so while we're on this topic, I'm gonna do the poll. I'm gonna do the poll for character sheets because we've been sitting on this for a while. Features and passives, right? Yes, have both. No, only have features. Yes, have both, but make passives smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this. I'm going to cut this. And I'm gonna cut this to be this. Okay, so we have no. Yes, but make. Yes, have both. Yes, but make passives smaller. Okay, sorry, poll. Okay, so the options are for the poll. No, only have features. You want it to look like this. Just features. Boom. Flat out. There you go. And you could write the word passives here and draw a line, just like I've said before. Or have them written on the character sheet. Okay. Yeah, and then the majority is, interesting. So we have 40% is no, but technically 60% is yes, which is not very definitive. That's interesting. That is interesting. So really the answer is yes. Y'all do want some sort of separation, but with this delineation, that's interesting. So I'm going to end the poll there. Got 300 people voting on that one. Bang. So I think probably the best bet for right now is to do this and let people write in passives and draw a line. So literally this solves every problem, and this is the most inclusive one, because if you want vertical lines, you can draw them in. If you want passives, you can write it in and draw a harder line. So I think that's the best way to go. And we are at 500 viewers. That's wild. I don't know if that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. That's never happened. But really, another really cool thing is so while the 500 people that are here, every single live stream I do a DC20 giveaway. Every single live stream, no matter what. And if we hit the live stream, why is this flashing going crazy? Oh, it's updating from all of the super chats and damage that have been taken. That's crazy. It's just catching up itself. Anyway, if we hit the goal here, I give a $75 Die Hard Dice giveaway to go shopping on dieharddice.com. If we hit that, and we do that every single live stream. And I showcase a little sneak peeks of 0.9, and we talk about it, answer some questions, and show some stuff that's coming in the future. We did a whole bunch of sneak peeks here in this one, so but yeah, there we go. Cool. That is probably where we're gonna have to go on that, is to do features, and then you can write it in. And then when we release this character sheet alongside the 0.9, it will be in the new bundle that you get right there. When you get this, you'll be able to play with it, and then we will get feedback, and we will do more polls and tests and feedback on what that looks like from there. So let's go. Path of Most Resistance says, like the stream, please. All 500 of you. That's wild. Let's go. Let me get caught up with super chats. And oh my gosh, it's already 9:17. That's wild. All right, let me get caught up and see what you guys want to know. Off topic, I see you, Azuz. Have you considered the mechanic that gives players a reason to keep going instead of begging for constant long rest, like MCD's victories? Yeah. That is something. One thing, and this is, I'm alluding to this, and this is just a very vague thing of inspiration dice. There's going to be certain mechanics in DC20 where if you do skill challenges, or you succeed in combat, or you do some sort of big thing, or you save somebody, or you beat the boss, or you do certain things, there's going to be times where you are given an inspiration dice. And it could be a D12 inspiration dice. Oh, dude, D12 inspiration dice. Oh my gosh, I can roll it on any D20 roll I want. Oh my God, this is crazy. Or another little sneak peek, which this actually is a bigger sneak peek. There's certain mechanics where I don't want to get too specific, but you can get specific inspiration on if you were. I did a skill challenge once where they were having to prepare for an attack of this certain type of monster was going to be attacking the city, and they had to prepare the city. One of the players wanted to look up and go find and research about these creatures to find out if they knew more about them. So their inspiration dice, they had a D12. They succeeded really well in their check, beat it by multiple 5s. They had a D12 inspiration on any creature of that kind that they fought against, whether it be on an attack check against them, to find it, to do whatever. So they got a D12 that they could roll one time after they roll. You know how inspiration works. They could add to it. Those inspiration dice go away after a long rest. So there is intentions for things that have, the not have the play style like, oh, just keep taking rest. But I also think in DC20, you're not going to have that problem like you do in D&D, because you don't have spell slots. And rest and recharge mechanics. If you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of things in DC20 that's once per long rest. A lot of features in DC20 is once per long rest, or you can use this feature once per long rest, but you recharges whenever you roll for initiative. That stops that already. So I think the foundation of DC20 already stops that in lots of ways. So I think I very thoroughly answered that question, I feel like. So I got you. And then Shields Rest. Shields Rest. Coach, more pleased with everything you've done and are doing. Always excited to see the content growing and appreciate you sharing it with us. Can't wait to see the official 0.9 secret teeth into those subclasses. Shields Rest. I think you might like the Sentinel. It is the shield warrior. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, Shields Rest. Thanks for that. And then Dustbreaker. Spells need eyesight line of sight component. Spells need eyesight line of sight component. Yeah, there's in general a lot of the spells are like that you can see, etc. So I'm interested. Dustbreaker, maybe message me what you mean by that, because I think they do. Like you have to see, like a lot of times it keys that you have to see them, or you have to cast a spell, and you can only cast a spell on areas on things that are inside of your line of sight. So I think we account for that. Dorian Blake, I am running a one-shot for a friend of mine, his wife, and their kids using a DC12 newsletter you just released. Let's go. Protecting a candy shop from goblins and then helping the Candyman Reese make a chocolate peanut butter cup. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. That's awesome. To stop a goblin, to tie him up, you got to get 2 successes. You don't kill the goblin. You can tie him up with ropes. You can tell him to run away. You need 2 successes to get the goblin to go away. So if they get a big success, they do it all in one. You know what I'm saying? There's so many cool things you could just run. Oh man, Dorian, that's awesome. That's awesome. Whoa. Hello? Hello? Did the stream end? Can y'all see me? Whoa. Nope. Hello? Ghost? Nope. Now Sarah says yes. Okay, now she says yeah. I heard my wife say yes. Now we see you. That's crazy. That was crazy. My whole screen, anything that was connected to the internet, just literally just whoop, came out, and I pressed refresh, and now we're back. Okay. That's weird. All right, strange. Very strange. All right, seems good. We're good. All right, cool. That was weird. And then, oh my gosh, I gotta get caught up. Wait a second. Okay, no, I didn't. Did I miss? What's going on? Correct. Cantrips, illuminate, spell. Okay, eyeline sight. Okay, Vipora. All right, so I think we're good. Was I in the middle? No, wait. Was I in the middle of answering? Candyman. There you go, Dorian Blake. Okay, cool. Yeah. Heck yeah, Dorian. That's awesome. I love that. And then Lower Jam donates $20 super chat. Just cuz. I just said just cuz. Thanks, dude. That's just, I just wanted to click this button. Thanks, Lower Jam. Vapor Light, correct. There shouldn't be cantrips that illuminate the dark because players having a free, easy light source makes darkness lose their fear and respect. I see that. That's a very much more in-depth discussion than I'd want to have here, especially now we're in overtime but that is very interesting that you have that stance, and I can absolutely see what you probably would have to do is be like, you would homebrew things and there would be a light tag on spells and you'd be like, there's no light tag in my games. Oh, dang, we're playing, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I want to put that level of like no light, because it's magic. It's a magical world. You cast light. Absolutely, I want that in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I could see there being a grimdark version where I could even see that being in the advanced gameplay guide. Your literal suggestion turning into that. So when we talk about gameplay guide, advanced gameplay guide, make sure that they're reminding me of that too, Vapora. And then now we're into overtime. And I still have a wall of super chats. This is wild. This is, I guess, what happens when there's 500 people here. So I'm going to shift it to overtime, answer all these questions so I don't leave you guys hanging, because I've never not read a super chat, and I'm going to stay true to that. So here you go. Pre-hydrating. Steel Manning. I look forward to DC20 being so good on release that Crit Roll drops Daggerheart and just plays DC20 on their main campaign stream. Daggerheart releases, DC20 releases, and they're like, Critical Role's like, nah, we're going to play DC20. That's big wild. Hey, just wait. We'll see what Dimension 20 does. Dimension 20, Brendan Lee Mulligan has played. If those of you who don't know, last year at Gen Con, I played DC20 with Brendan Lee Mulligan and Abria Iyengar. I game master. I ran it for them in person live. Yeah, that was wild. So I think there's a much higher chance of it appearing on Dimension 20 first. And then, then after that, on the Critical Role, that'd be wild. Like the stream peeps, I already even saw that from before. Thank you, Path of Most Resistance. Skoku. Are you trying to say Goku? Went on a splurge on your website a week ago and got everything. Love the potential this system have. Thumbs up for the UK. Excited for 0.9. Let's go. Oh man, that's awesome, Skog. Oh, that's so cool. First time live stream too. Let's go. Oh man, Skoku, that's so cool, dude. Like, I love hearing people come in. I know we're in overtime. I should be going faster, but I can't not answer questions. This is so cool. Like, I love seeing people that did not back the Kickstarter, had no idea about DC20, and it's just like a fresh eyes on this thing that so many of y'all have like been here for years and seen this whole thing develop. And then you have people come in just excited and, oh my, this is so cool, and they're scooping things up. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me, dude. That's so cool. That's so freaking cool. Simon Argent, love the new sheet. So excited to see the 0 to 9 release and the sheet. You get the sheet and the release. And apparently, since there's 500 people here, I'm going to talk about character sheets every single time, apparently. Excuse me. Woo! And then Pete, you need to refresh your hydration, young man. You're right. This water is from this morning. I didn't even drink it. So I slacked all day. I've been slacking until right now. And then Rex Room, you mentioned, we're at the last super chats. Everybody right now, say something in the chat. You can type a number. You can say an emoji. You can say your favorite number. You can type make a purple heart. You can do whatever. Say something in the chat. Woo, it's flying by now. Say something, and all you have to do is say something one time, anything, one time. Don't spam it. And Nightbot sees you're here. It wakes him up, lets him know you're here, and when I do the giveaway, you will be in the giveaway. Rex Room mentioned it in Discord, but I highly second the dot grid suggestion. Elaborate on Discord that this is helpful for multiple reasons. Yep. I'm gonna highlight that. Grid. There we go. Exclamation points. So I have it there, and I have it there now. Nice. So yeah, I would like to see it. I need to see it. You know what I'm saying? Very visual in that way before I can pull the trigger on that. Double dub. Lower Jam has the vibe. Passing it on. Lower Jam, just cuz. And Double Dub's like, yeah, just cuz. Whoa, it's been a while. Tabletop Phoenix, Artificer fun. Can't wait to see the new Paladin. Let's go. Oh yeah, the new Paladin. I really should. Maybe you know what? Maybe I will show the Paladin next live stream. How about that? Next live stream, we will showcase the Paladin, and that will be the sneak peek there. We'll show the Paladin, the DC20's Paladin. That's super cool. And maybe the Crusader. I think we already showed the Crusader though. We'll talk about that. But there you go. Appreciate y'all. All right, now here we go. It is time for the giveaway. What we got? Let me shift it over. Let me kick it. Wait, do I have that? All right, yeah, we're here. All right, here we go. The giveaway. This is for a DC20 giveaway. If you already have DC20, and if you already have DC20, then you just get more cool stuff. If you back the Kickstarter, you get another book. If you back the Kickstarter, you get another thing of dice or another action track. Whatever. I'm just gonna make it rain and sprinkle it on you. Or if you don't have DC20, there you go. Got you covered. So here we go. Winner. Nightbot, let's go. Nightbot, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything bad about Nightbot this time. He's been pulling his weight here for a while. Jason Neville. I missed a super chat. Stop it. I missed a super chat. Check out Phoenix's super chat. I missed a super chat. First of all, Jason Neville, moderator. Message a moderator on Discord. On Discord, red names. Message moderator. They will get you hooked up, set up, and taken care of. And let us know what you got, and we will get you taken care of. I missed it from who? Felix. Oh, that was right whenever. That's so weird. Vaporlight. Okay, so remember when the whole thing crashed? They reorganized it. So I think it must have reorganized Felix in a different order, because I definitely did not see that. Felix Fortune Fortuna. I just want to ask, is there a class or a mechanic for cleric who become like an avatar or god like their champion? I hope there's a mechanic like that. Can you ask your god to descend? That's super sick. So there is a cleric paragon talent and or maybe subclass situation. Probably not subclass. It's going to be a paragon talent most likely. But there is a full-blown subclass that may or may not be turned into a paragon talent that is exactly that. I called it avatar. I called it a cleric avatar. And they just they channel their and they turn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a form change, maybe it's a whatever, but channel divinity option for something like that type situation where you channel your god, absolutely, is something I love. And if it's not in the core game, it's absolutely going to be in the very next release, because it's a high on my totem pole goal there. So heck yeah. But that is the stream, people. Yeesh, let's go. So that is, you want respin? What? You want to respin? Wait, why respin? What? Felix, I've already won before. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Jason Neville. Interesting, Jason Neville. Okay, cool. So, Jason, because you're wanting to pass it forward, Jason's wanting to pass it forward. And anytime we get some freaking love in the chat from passing it forward, we're going to send it again. We're going to send it again. And Jason, also message a moderator. We'll see what we can get for you. We'll see if you can send you another PDF, maybe give you some like store credit on the website. I don't know. I'm going to hook you up again, Jason. You're freaking so kind for even just saying that and not doubling down. Ryan Rodriguez, let's go. And Ryan Rodriguez subscribes to the channel because it is a little awkward whenever I do a giveaway and somebody hits it and it says they're not subscribed to the channel. That's kind of weird. But I don't know if you guys see that, but I think you do see that. So that makes it's strange. But there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Message Ryan Rodriguez. Let's go. Message moderator. Hook it up. And also Jason Neville. Also message a moderator, and we'll see what we can do for you. Give you some little store credit on the website. Give you a little something. Give you a sneak peek of something. Give you a little. I don't know. I appreciate the love, and people in this community are freaking awesome. Just like Jason just displayed. So you guys are awesome. That's it. Stay tuned next time for the Paladin subclass. More updates. And maybe next week we also talk about some crazy armor stuff. I don't know. Maybe not. Paladin for sure, though. So anyway, this is crazy. You guys are awesome. So many cool things to get y'all updated on. Can't wait to get y'all 0.9. Stay creative. Thanks, in the box. Love y'all.